Hello there, Scrumptious Cookie. You know, recently I put this news out and I think it's really important. It's about the Bitcoin maxis. And we're going to learn something in crypto, okay? It's actually quite juicy what I'm about to tell you. You see, my friend, Mr. Custard, he subscribes to these Bitcoin meme channels. And what we do is we just keep our little ears perked out just to see what it is. And the Bitcoin memes channel, one of these random Telegram meme channels, they do, hands down, the worst meme collection you'll ever see. Unfunny, bad timing, make no sense, horrific. They do one of those trash memes where they'll show you like a park bench and there's like a tin can that's fallen on the floor and it will say something like Ethereum upgrades 2024. Like it's just unfunny, low quality JPEGs. Like, bro, if you want me to laugh, at least don't make the JPEG low quality and blurry. What's that text say? It became this channel became almost comical because first it was like, oh, they're trying so hard. And then me and Mr. Custard, I just thought, you know, I reckon when these guys finally start being funny, we're going to go somewhere. But we've got a long way to go. And they're still unfunny today. But let me tell you something. Before they could actually become funny, something special happened, friends. You see, they posted the Vince McMahon meme. And look at this post. Bitcoin has done a 3x this year. You must be rich by now, right? And it's Miss Vince McMahon where he's like slicing his own neck. And this is the one, right?
So where did this video come from? Well, it's actually a clip from the documentary Undertaker.
That's where he's just...
So where did this video come from?
You know, he's just very, very sad and just, he just, you know, they become very emotional. Now, this Bitcoin meme channel is actually important because they're becoming aware. They're becoming really aware. You see, I want everybody to actually think on average that Bitcoin's going $1 million. And so do you. Because that means we'll have a lot of buyers at $200,000. Unfortunately, people learned from the last cycle. And by the way, I've made specific videos on this. Thank you for liking and subscribing, belly button and all. Made specific videos. Economists have written about this in speculative manias, especially the stock market. I call it the third cycle curse. And it was funny, Mr. GCR, Gigantic Gascock Rebirth, one of the greatest forecasters and traders in crypto, right? I call him the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper, he basically had shown this excerpt with like this economist, and they basically showed like, well, the first bubble, really big. The second one, it's okay, diminishes, but the third one sucks. The third one really underwhelms the participants. And when I read it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is exactly my third cycle curse prophecy. You're telling me it's a thing? Yeah, it's an actual thing. They've been written about years and years ago. And it makes sense, right? So the first mania, no one knows how to price the asset. Like crypto, the first bubble of Bitcoin. We've got no idea how high this is worth. It goes mind-blowingly high. There are no expectations, right? Everyone thinks it's worth zero or infinite. We've got no idea, and it goes really, really far. The second cycle does well, but nowhere near to the first cycle. And like, I could just even show it to you on the chart, friends. I mean, luckily for you, we have a treasure chest here to actually map out the returns from the low to the high. Now, when you see this number here, that is the return from the low to the high. Okay, so this one, 20,000, right, up to here. Then the next one became 600x. All right, so look at that, 20,000. That wasn't even a cycle yet. This one does a 600x. But the John McAfee Ethereum cycle, Bizanacci cycle only does 100. All right, so it goes from 600x to a 100x. So you can already see, right, that they've diminished. But then the third cycle comes. And if you notice, friends, our last cycle was the third cycle. So if we go back, we see we only did a 20x. And you think, oh, 20x, look, yeah, it sounds great today, right? Nah, back then, that obviously was the biggest failure of all time. In fact, that's why everybody's still here. Because Bitcoin failed in everyone's minds. Because, you know, 20x sucks. Infinite QE, 0% rates, $16 trillion in negative yielding bonds. Elon Musk, the world's richest man, shield it. I don't care how many times you've heard it. Get it through your heads, baby dolls. Get it through your heads and straight in your back. You're going to hear it until you finally realize what's going on. It's pre-programmed. They did infinite QE, man. They literally printed 25% of the money supply 1 year and then 12% the year after. It was like 39% total. How on earth did you diminish in gains exactly to what the chart said? How? 600x, then 100x. You divide it by 5, and you go, oh, I wonder if the next one you divide by 5 as well. Bang, 20x for Bitcoin with all those fundamental macro factors. How? But you see, it doesn't matter that you and I have figured out. What matters is that the Bitcoin maxis in these memes, they're starting to figure it out too. So now you can kind of see why the average crowd expects 120K-ish. That's their target. The crowd. It's now in the 4th cycle. So I'm scared. I hope it hits there, by the way. I hope it hits there. There is a chance it hits there, of course. It's just that the crowd gets it on average right because of the 4th cycle. But do you want to take that risk? Do you want to take that risk? So, you know what? It's funny. People think you're going to be seeing a $60,000 Bitcoin, and then 30 days later it's 120. That's what you think is going to happen. Reality is it's going to be 60, and then it's going to go to 70, then back down to 60, then up to 75. Touch 80, back down to 70, up to 83, back down to 70. All right? What are you going to do then? And then it's stalling for 2 months. What are you going to do then? And then you're seeing the stock market go down. Are you going to say, golly gee, 120K is next? You know what? Most people are going to say that. But the Bitcoin maxis, they're starting to actually realize, uh-oh, there's something wrong with this picture now. So that's why, friends, to even make it to the end, I'm showing you this story. The Bitcoin maxis, what I'm doing is I'm summarizing human psychology and everyone in the market. Okay, for some reason I can just do it. I'm here 18 hours a day. May as well use this information. It's useful, isn't it? Because you're basically training yourself this whole moment just to click sell. I'm not even joking. You're training yourself this whole moment. You put your hands behind your back. You wait 3 years. Beep. That's what you're basically training yourself to do. As funny as it sounds. So all coins go up and down. And along the way is going to be, well, these, right? So this is when I made this post, just to share with you. All the coins are going to go up and down. Now, look, if you fail with Bitcoin's at 80K, and let's say the unfortunate part is 12 months later, it's down at 40K, right? And the bull market gets cut early from 100K. Really, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, Bitcoin's slow and the adoption curve, but, you know, you're going to feel much better than that person trapped minus 94% in a meme coin or whatever again. All right, so you need the conviction to hold. Now, with Bitcoin, the conviction to hold is so much more strong, but you pay a price for that. Way lower upside. So with all these other coins, so when I posted this, you know, Bonk tapped minus 50% from the high, and I was just trying to tell everyone, yeah, all coins go up and down, even Bitcoin. Okay, we all know diminishing gains, sweet, you know, from 40K to 80K is a 2X or whatever, or even 120K is only a 3X. Well, you still got to make sure the stuff you're in, you believe in it. Because people are moving their attention spans left and right. They're always going to have attention on Bitcoin. Yeah, they won't give you euphoria, but you got to be ahead of the game. How are you going to be ahead of the game if you don't even know what you're in is going to make it or not? Okay, and I'll tell you something, friends. EOS got bought up in 2021. But you had to be long from the bottom. You had to be buying in the depression for EOS. Trashy EOS. So I don't want to be buying anything on the tops of green candles. I don't know if they're going to make it. I don't want to be realizing they're not going to make it after it does minus 80% from my entry. All right, and you don't either. That's learning the hard way. So congratulations if you made 300x from Bonk. The insiders, though, they were dumping, confirmed via OTC transactions and swaps, $25 million. You see, it's all called, friends, distribution. All absorbed by the retailers, okay? That's what they're doing. They're just selling to you, hey, you're really optimistic about the future, are you? Well, sweet. I've got so much supply for you. yes, right? Be really convicted in what you're in. You got to concentrate, right? Not just concentrate mentally, but in your portfolio. You really got to know what you're in. Because if you don't, look what happens. You just end up getting sliced and diced. See, I learned this from the last bull market and the bear market. You see, I was not in 2017. Altcoins. I came into crypto at the end of 2018. All I knew was death and destruction and bear market. So when we were getting ready for the bull market, it was 2020, the very end, and I started allocating. I was super mega aggressive and no one had any faith. And I looked at them, I was like, man, you guys are so beaten by the next bear market. You're too scared to buy anything at all. They only bought after Bitcoin broke the all-time high, and by then it's too late, as you saw. All right. So what I noticed was many people, their stamina was worn out. They were chipped away. Their backs weren't as straight as they claimed. They needed to drink a lot more orange juice with 1, 3, or 5 ice cubes. They're on so much room temperature liquids. Possibly soy. That's probably why, friends. They're soy drinkers. If you keep drinking soy, you're gonna run out of this. You need this stamina. Because I've got to show you just one chart. I mean, I've seen it so many times. I'm gonna show it to you now. Have you heard of a little coin called Solana? Well, your friend Somi here bought the Solana. Look, it pumped up, it went down. I didn't know what was going on, and I'm just in. I forgot where I was in exactly. I watched a Coin Bureau video, and he said, oh, watch out for their unlocks. There's big unlocks. They're not hiding it, right? So I was going to go even 10 times harder in Solana, but I was like, oh, no, there's these unlocks. They're going to dump. So look what happened, man. It goes up, it goes down. I'm in. Look what it goes. It does. Okay, bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, but this is week after week after. See, this is funny, easy, friends, to see. You're just like, oh, wow, look at this. Bang. So it runs up huge, and then it drops 66%. And me, Peanut Brain, said, the target is the target. You know, what was the target? I said, when it's ready. When is it ready? I don't know. When I see it. It basically means when everybody gets too happy in Bitcoin. That's when it was. If we go back here, guess what? It was actually the retail top. But luckily for me, FTX did the Ponzi and actually kept going up, okay? And I sold the literal top. Literally, I sold the top of Sol BTC ratio. Crypto Banter did a show on the Solana conference. They did a hackathon. The only person who was skeptical was BitBoy, funny enough, right? Because he didn't trust SBF and I didn't either. I sold the exact top, all right? Now, it's not easy because I'm putting on a nice weekly chart. The truth is, if you go down to the daily, this is what everyone was looking through. So yeah, it's easy. It's easy. Look at this. This was it. This was it. Look what I had to hold through. Look what I had to hold through. Oh my God, it's dying again. Look at this. Look at this. You know what? I still remember, by the way, I found one dude who did this. He did a Fibonacci from the low to the top here. He's like, Solana, $3.50. You got to be careful. And I remember around $3.50, this guy was just messaging me on Telegram. He's like, see, $3.50. It can't get up. It can't get up. Now, what was I doing? I was just ignoring him. I don't know. I was playing my Willy all day. We were just trying to have fun. I was just going out, smoking shisha. We didn't really care. Like, I didn't know the importance of this Fibonacci. I didn't even know how to draw him back then properly. It was funny enough. But ended up popping through. So he is left below. He's left behind. He's got these cute little 4-hour charts. Look at these fib levels. I'm like, bro, I don't care. We ain't euphoric enough, baby. And that's it. I held. Now this peanut brain approach killed it. Literally killed it. It went up and up and up. Now here's the funny part. You think, oh my gosh, now it looks like greed, doesn't it? Well, you know, you're up 2x from the high. No, keep going. Look at this. You're like, okay, surely. Now you've stopped. Nope. Keep going up. Keep going. You see that? Funny, after all this euphoria, I was like, nah, I'm not getting out. Look at that, friends. I mean, you will never in your life see a crypto chart like this. It goes, oh no. This is what I remember this. Everybody drew this. Every single person, friends. They drew a sideways level and they go, aha, look at the triangle. Oh no, the triangle is going to break down. I said, fuck your triangle, okay? That's what I said. I said, I don't care about your triangles because we're going up. Now I was just guessing and I was right. So, look what ends up happening. Whee! Where is your on-chain trading, scalping, all this? Where is that, friends? You need a conviction to hold. You need a conviction to hold. If you're going on super low time frames, if you don't know the fundamentals of what you're in, if you don't see 140 plus content creators or the Chainlink Marines being absolutely like redacted and stuff going out here, you're not going to make it because you literally never hold. Yes, Solana was one of the biggest ones. There's so many other ones. You're looking at them, you're like, man, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I'm looking for. When I put it for you on a nice weekly or monthly chart, you get to sit back and go, okay, seems like you're euphoric everywhere. You're never going to try show the exact top. I'm not going to try to do that again, okay, because it's just too dangerous around there. But You need conviction to hold along the way. So before you can even have the skills or the confidence to do something like that, see, I was able to do that, friends, because I didn't have all the stamina destroyed from 2018 and 2019 and even the first half of 2020. My stamina was just saved up. Now, I didn't know, by the way, it was just a fluke because I was just only in Bitcoin. I had no idea any of the altcoins are ever going to come. I didn't no idea. No idea. I didn't even know where to research. Okay, there was no unified place. Now, luckily for you, got a friend like me, can't find him, who's putting this information here together. Like, I even went through the XRP chain, friends. Which other person that you watch actually investigated the XRP ledger and found out they're only doing $500,000 of volume per day and they're entirely overbloated and that Ripple is dumping $1.5 billion on them when they precisely should be buying? Who else is doing that for you? Like, I'm going into places just trying to figure this stuff out. You need the conviction to hold, man. If you don't have the conviction to hold, you're just going to get worn out. That's why I get... Every day, you got to palm off the crowd. They're like, yo, Miss Avalanche. Yo, Miss Solana. No, Bonk doesn't have a girlfriend now. He's got like a mistress. Yes. These people have no idea what's coming. They're not even having any money or belief left. They're going to be taken out on a 2x. You know how much that Solana trade was? 108x. Why not take out at 3x? Why not 5? Why not 10? Am I greedy? Why not 20? Am I greedy? Why not 50? Am I greedy? Why not 60x? Am I greedy? You need to wait for euphoria. Let's hope that it's as clear as we see it today. Make sure you like, subscribe, bell button, all. Tell mom and dad we do love and appreciate them. Catch you very soon.